In this video I'm going to be talking about photographic styles and how you can adapt a style just for a day, like I'm going to do today in this video, just to see how it suits you and whether you can actually learn anything from it. So the style I'm adapting today is the style of a painter called John Millar, and he is a famous Cornish artist, and he was mainly known for his seascapes, which were fairly minimal. So he would have a blue sky with virtually no clouds in it, a little bit of white sand, and then maybe a little yacht on the horizon or maybe a few people in the corner, but it was very minimal. So I'm going to be adapting that style for my video today. So I tried to do this video twice before. So I went down to Porthkidney beach and I tried to do a video, and for a long passage of the video, it was just ridiculous because there was this dog barking in the background, and I thought, I can't possibly show my viewers that. It was awful. So I had to delete that, and I thought, I'm not going back down there again, but I did. I went back down there again within a few days, tried to do another video to tell you the same kind of thing I'm telling you now. And of course, there was some problem with the microphone. Either this microphone that I wear wasn't switched on or something. Anyway, the sound was really bad, and I want my videos to be pretty good quality, you know, so I've been down there twice. I didn't really want to go a third time, so I've just come here to tell you bits. So I might zip back and forth to this video and then me back then a few days ago, back in Porthkidney. So I've just taken a few pictures. They're very minimal. They're definitely not something that will sell, I don't think, but I don't really care because I'm feeling better already. Oh, good old photography. Brings you out to places like this and cheers you up when you're not feeling so good. I really like blue. I love blue. It's my favourite colour. I nearly always wear blue because it suits my skin and hair, what's left of it. But yeah, I just love blue, and I always used to wait for clouds to take my landscape photographs. And if I took a picture like these I'm taking now, that had mostly blue in it, my wife would say, I would say, oh, needs some clouds. And my wife would always say, no, I like it like that, because it reminds her of a beautiful day with no cloud at all, where you know the sun's going to be out all day. And that used to really make her feel happy. So I've got a fairly minimal shot kind of lined up. I'm going to be squinting a lot today, apologies. It's a very bright day. And yeah, I've got a flag, red flag, nice, looks good against the blue. And then there's a nice boat as well, but the boat's not in the right place. So I'm going to wait around for a while and just see if I can get a shot where the boat's in the right place. I could move along there, but it's a bit of a pain in the neck. I don't think anyone sticks to a particular style, do they? Especially nowadays, it's hard to make a living out of landscape photography. So people who are into photography now and are professionals are probably doing other stuff as well, like portraits, weddings, etc. But even within landscape photography, there are some people I know who mainly shoot ICM, intentional camera movement photography. There's a photographer I know who mainly shoots waves and not much else, waves and surfers actually. There's a photographer I know, and she does pictures of that have a very painterly kind of feel. or at least these are the only ones that they show to people. Obviously they take other pictures as well, but I think it's worth thinking along these lines of how to develop a style, even if it's just for a day like I'm doing today. I don't think I've got any great photos so far. I can't expect to get any great photos, I don't think, but they've got a certain flavour which I like. They've got a certain style which I like, which is minimal, and they've got a lot of blue. Love blue, absolutely love blue. So you could even think along those lines, couldn't you? I mean, I used to think of putting a different gallery on my website which had green pictures in one section, pictures which mostly had orange in one section, pictures which had mostly blue in another section, because people were asking me, you know, what kind of picture I'd recommend to them to go in their house, which is perhaps decorated all in blue or all in orange or something, and they wanted something that would either work well with that or contrast with that. I always prefer contrasting, don't you? So if you had a blue room, you'd probably want a nice big orange photograph. So it's worth working along those lines as well, just thinking in terms of colour. Not necessarily colour even, but I think colour is a good idea to work with, perhaps one colour mainly, just for a day. Just try it out, see how it goes for you. It might work and you might get some sort of prizes from it. Yeah, you could shoot black and white as well, of course, you know. Like Ansel Adams, did he shoot any colour? I don't really know. But he's well known for his black and white vistas, isn't he, of California and Southwest America. And yeah, I think, you know, if you think about the style of other photographers as well, they had a distinctive style, and that was what people liked about them. So perhaps you could consider adapting someone's style just for a session, just to see how it suits you and whether it makes you think differently about your photography. So to give you another example, there's a photographer in Scotland called Julian Calverly. Now he takes mostly moody kind of shots which are done often in rain, and very much his style is very much the stormy kind of day in Scotland, which is quite regular in Scotland because the weather's fairly bad up there. So you wouldn't really want to take a picture postcard kind of blue sky picture in Scotland. I mean, I've done both. So I've done the stormy sky pictures before I even heard about Julian Calverly, and yeah, they were good. I didn't stick with them, but then I don't live anywhere near Scotland. The amount of clips I've had to delete because of flipping barking dogs in the background. I like dogs, don't get me wrong, but the barking ones are so annoying, aren't they? I'll have to go to a beach which doesn't allow dogs in future, I think. I used to do candid pictures of people in the street with a touch of humour, you know, and here are a couple of those pictures from, you know, way back in the early 1980s. and late 1970s. And I didn't keep on with that style because I decided I really loved landscape, so I wanted to specialise in that. But there's a photographer called Martin Parr, a British photographer who's excellent at this kind of photography, and he's done series of what it means to be British, kind of with a tongue-in-cheek kind of photography of what British people are like on the beach, that kind of thing. So I've done pictures like that, and I've done pictures like I did a series of pictures at a car boot sale because I just found it quite amusing, and did that with a tongue-in-cheek kind of thing as well. So I think I never followed that through. So I stuck to landscape, and I guess my style in landscape is to do dramatic close-up foregrounds of flowers and grasses and things like that, with perhaps a tin mine in the distance or something like that. That's my kind of style these days, I think. So dramatic foregrounds where the tripod's really down low on the floor. I can't think of anything else to do here. I've taken shots of people, flags, all sorts. I was trying to get a wide angle one with these grasses in the foreground, but it's just a bit too minimal. But I'm thinking along the lines of minimal today, so I'll try and take a few more as the tide goes out further. And I'll show you some of my other minimal shots just to hopefully get you in the mood for trying some of them yourself. I really enjoyed my day taking pictures in the style of John Miller's paintings, because I really love minimalism anyway. I think it's a good way of challenging yourself to do things slightly differently, to kind of get in the mind of another artist, whether it be a painter. You could even try music. You know, there must be a way of working out how to portray a great musical piece in photography. So I don't know what that could be, but I'm sure there's, you know, pictures of impressionist pictures you could do of lily pads like Claude Monet, the French impressionist painter, that kind of thing. There must be other things. So have a good think and see what you can come up with. So thanks for watching this video, and until next time, bye for now.